everybody. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. All the things.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
This is a very bittersweet episode because it is the holiday season and we're all excited and it's been such an amazing season. But this is our last episode of season 5. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I was telling our makeup artist, I feel like we just started.
Yeah.
It went by real fast.
Very fast. I love your earrings.
Thanks.
They're really festive. That's what I was looking at when I was looking back at you.
Yeah, so we are looking forward to 2025. We are definitely planning some more shows. Oh my gosh, our shows in 2024, so fun.
It's so fun.
Oh, we just had such a great time. The energy in the room, just seeing everybody, the excitement, the family atmosphere, feeling like we've known y'all forever when we just met 2 seconds ago.
Right.
The fun, the music, the everything, dancing, singing, laughing. The shows were absolutely amazing, and we definitely want to run that back for 2025 in some different cities. So be on the lookout. If you have not already, hit our website at yfauntiespodcast.com and join the mailing list. And then you also want to join Patreon because Patreon actually finds out absolutely first.
Yes.
The email list is a little bit later on, but you still find out.
Yeah.
So definitely join the mailing list as well. We want you to join both. But yeah, just stay tuned for the cities. Stay tuned. We will announce them soon enough. More details to come, but they are coming. So we want to see y'all next year.
One of my favorite parts of the show is the meet and greet. It really is a meet and greet because I feel like, obviously, I'm incredibly thankful of everybody who comes.
Yes.
But just the ability to legit hug on our fam. Like, I really do consider y'all my nieces. And when y'all write into us and DM us and tell us about what's going on in your life, it does mean a lot to us,
For sure.
It means a lot to us. So to get to hug some of you all and then our fellow aunties and even the mamas who are out there, like, the mamas love the TTs.
Yeah.
So it just feels really good to be in that intimate space and just get to, like, hang out and have fun. That's one of my favorite parts.
Yeah. Yeah. So the shows are always a great, great, great time. You literally can't even put it really into words.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we want to see y'all.
Yeah.
We're not coming to every city. Hello, somebody.
Hello.
But the ones we're coming to, we want to see you there. So whatever you got to do to get there, start saving now, matter of fact.
Yeah.
Start saving now so that whatever cities we're in, you're able to come next year.
Whether you got to take off that, you got to tell them prepare the others.
Yeah, say that PTO, baby. Don't just be calling out. You need that day so you can come see the aunties.
Okay, hello. Get your little group together. What you said the other episode, get your posse. Get your crew and y'all go in. Or
you could come by yourself. We have so many people that come to the show. One young lady, she may even watch this. She came to the Atlanta show and she came by herself from North Carolina.
That is awesome.
I was like, that is such a leap of faith to be I'm going out of town to see these people I do not know, to be around people I do not know, but I'm still going to go.
Shout out to you.
Yeah. And we had several people do that. I'm just naming one instance. But we've had other people that said they were coming by themselves and people were like, yeah, come sit with us. Like, we fam, So even if you have to come by yourself, because we know people, the trip don't always make it out the group chat.
Hello.
So don't be afraid to come by yourself either.
That's really good. Yeah. So we've had 2 seasons this year. Well, first of all, we're going to be doing a season wrap up, and then we're also going to be doing a year wrap up.
Yeah.
That's what we like to do.
Year in review.
That's what we like to do in the end. That's what we like to do in the end. And this needs to be a part of it. I love this. I love this part of us because only we know what goes on set. But anyway, we're going to be doing a season wrap up, and then we're also going to be doing like a year wrap up this episode because we like to really bring things back into perspective and really look back over the year and see the progress. You know what I mean? Because knowing that we've done 2 seasons this year, and this is our 2nd year of doing this. This has been incredible.
Yes, it has. You know what I would like to do?
What?
I would like to put this, let's do our yearly review in categories.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do podcast. Let's do, relationship. Let's do friendship. Let's all the recap.
Okay.
Everything.
Okay.
Spill all the tea. Let's do it.
Okay, so podcast tea.
Podcast tea. We don't have no tea. No, it was I think it was a good year podcasting wise. Season 4, chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss.
I mean, season 4 was like was it season 3 that really took off, right?
Yeah.
Season 3 super took off. Season 4 definitely came through. We had that first live taping at the top of the year.
Yes.
And sold out in like 24 hours. It was packed in here. People were watching live. That was our first like, okay, let's do something in person.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even feel like that was this year. That is the crazy part.
Yeah.
So that was really cool for us to step out on faith. And then after that being like, no, let's do a big show, like with a big capacity. That was huge leap of faith. And I know that I've done events before, but I've never done an event like that.
Yeah.
And all the events that I did, the people, I always put myself like behind the scenes. I was never a main speaker or anything at my own event. So to have somebody coming to an event to see you, whole different thing. So I feel like it was a lot of like faith walking this year, podcast wise.
It was really amazing. I would say season 5 was definitely a different feel for us. Season 4 was definitely, I think, a crowd favorite. But at the same time, I feel like people resonated more with season 5.
Well, yeah, deeply.
Yeah. Like season 4 was feel good, haha, you know, laughing, you know,
cut
up. In season 5, we were like, okay, hey, this is life. You know, this is what's going on. This is how we're feeling. And so many women just really, really felt like what we were talking about was incredibly relatable. So it's definitely a different tone in season 5.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Definitely. We definitely like had more serious, deep, vulnerable episodes in season 5, for sure.
I feel like this was definitely one of those seasons where for those who get it.
Yeah. If you just here for a kiki and you don't actually get the real, then yeah.
Because like we give a kiki. A good kiki.
Yeah, but it's deeper than that too.
Yeah. So now going into, finishing out this particular season, I'm very happy that we were honest. And I felt like it was very necessary for us to have certain conversations because I feel like these are the conversations that nobody had with us when we were younger. And they were very important. I feel like we should have known some of these things a whole lot earlier on in life. So being able to really speak with our audience and let them know the real and let them know what's actually happening in our life. And we're not sugarcoating it. We're not trying to make it better or worse than what it is. We're just literally giving y'all the real. It felt good.
Yeah, I like that. So, I mean, I don't think we had any like podcast tea to spill. And then also I didn't mention it, but also the Atlanta show was a big leap of faith too. We went to a city where we don't live there. We don't have a bunch of connections there. It wasn't like we could it just so happened to work out that I did have to go to Atlanta for work before the show. So I was able to like tour the venue and stuff.
Yeah.
But other than that, like we didn't have boots on the ground. We didn't have none of that stuff. And we were just like, yeah, we're going. And we packed that place out. So
shout out to Atlanta.
That is to be celebrated.
Yeah.
That is to be celebrated. So definitely a year of stepping out on faith podcast wise.
It was very amazing to have a show in our own city. So shout out Houston.
Absolutely.
Shout out Houston. It was awesome. And it was my birthday weekend that we had the show. So that was incredible. And nothing will top Houston. Nothing will, be similar to it. But the Atlanta show and the Houston show were two totally different shows. And it was, each of them had their own special moments. I think for me, going to Atlanta, having a show in another city, and they showed love like that was amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
I remember getting on planes to go see somebody else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, somebody got on a plane to see you.
Hello? That is not to be taken lightly. So I feel like we took in the moment walking out on the stage more this time than what we did in Houston.
Well, I did both times.
I mean, for me, it just happened, and I was just trying to like be as alert as I could be on our first show. But then when I walked out in Atlanta, I did make sure to like take it in for a minute because it was so surreal.
Yeah. So yeah, the podcast, it was a good year for the podcast. It was a good year. Our second full year, because we started August of 22. Yeah. So this is only our second like full year of podcasting.
Yeah.
And we definitely come a long way in our knowledge and our experience. And yeah.
What did you think about the response from the episode with Apostle and Lateris?
I mean, overall, I think it was good. I think it was good to have male perspectives on to kind of shake things up. I can't say I wasn't disappointed in the amount of misunderstanding, but I think it was a large part to do with like the topics that we talked about. And like I said, we're being very brave and bold in the things that we're talking about. And so you can't expect everybody to agree. But I mean, overall, I think it was positive, again, to have the male perspective, because we could talk about this stuff all day long from our perspective, but have to have somebody else who thinks differently and does things differently to share with our audience, I think was very, very valuable.
It was. And I'm very excited that Apostle was able to come on and that Lateris was able to come on, because I know that both of those gentlemen, they meant a lot to our audience. I know that our audience was happy to meet your pastor and Apostle, and then just to have the crossover episode with Lateris, that felt really, really good, because it was just like, thanks, somebody else who's doing the same thing as us. It felt good to I had that camaraderie.
Yeah. So we'll see what 2025 holds podcast wise. We were talking before, and I'm just like, I don't know. I don't have it in my mind yet.
Yeah.
What it's going to look like or what I necessarily want to do in particular. But I'm interested to see how it rolls out.
Okay.
Rolling with the punches.
Now, let's get into these friendships that we've had this year.
I think this year, friendship-wise, was a big lesson for me. Lessons from people I had been friends with, lessons from people I newly met. It's just been a big eye-opener, especially as I shift priorities. It's been an eye-opener to how people respond. The things that I went through this year have been an eye-opener to how friends have either responded or not responded. So yeah, this year has been very much eye-opening, and I think that I have recategorized.
Baby, you love putting people in categories.
I think that I have recategorized some people.
Really? Yeah. I can agree with that. I can definitely agree with that. I have learned a lot as well in my relationships and my friendships. And it goes back to that familiarity episode that we had. That thing is very real. And the familiarity that new people have for you and then that old people have for you. And I can completely see what the word talks about when it's like a prophet is not welcome in his own home. Like, like, because I've known you for so long, you're not that big of a deal. And it's not to say that you are, what, whether you're a big deal or not, it's like you are meaningful, and it just to see how some people treat you here versus some people treating you there, it's really cool. And it's very eye-opening, very, very eye-opening.
For sure.
I definitely did recategorize some people, places, and things in my life. And that was definitely very challenging for me because it's like you don't negate all of the history that you have with somebody, but you are honest with the future that you have with them.
Okay. You can honor the past that you have with someone and also reconsider the future that you have with them.
That's good.
That just because they're not going to be a part or as large of a part as your future doesn't negate their impact and influence in your life.
Absolutely.
I've learned that over the years of, people, seasons change and things shift. And as much as God has for me, he has for them too. As much as he's going to purpose our friendship or purpose our time together, or purpose our separation, it is the same for them. He's not only thinking of me.
Right.
And so I definitely had to shift my mindset. Like, no, this is, whatever happens, it's going to work together for both of us.
Right.
Not just me, So the people that I'm no longer in contact with or not in contact with as much, I wish the best for them. Genuinely, not like being sarcastic. Yeah. I know God's going to work it out for both of us. It's just not for this season.
Mm-hmm. I definitely want people to have the life that they deserve, though.
That's not nice, though, friend. Do you have the life you deserve?
Probably. Well, there's only one person in particular that I want them to have the life they deserve. Okay, maybe two people.
We talking about friends or
no. We not.
Oh, okay. I was saying like
no. I ain't got no. Well, no, I ain't got no friend. I don't think so. Well, maybe one. Not that. Well, you know one. Nah, definitely love life though. Have the life and love you deserve, in whatever way that means. Mm-hmm. If it means the greatest love you've ever known, have it. Have it. Have at it. What about you? I mean, baby, your love life is flourishing, honey.
Yeah, we want to go into a relationship now.
Oh wait, you want to talk about friendship?
I didn't know if you were talking about friends or
I was talking about relationships.
Okay,
but we can still stick on friends. We can stay. We can Terry.
I don't know. I'm good. Like, did I make any new friends this year? I didn't make no new friends.
Did you?
No new friends. I didn't really have time, but we can get into personal later. Okay, relationship. Mm-hmm. We're in a great place right now.
Yeah.
Was it that way all year long? Absolutely not.
Keep me
grace
updated.
Of God. Hello. Mercy. We're in a great place right now, and we actually had a conversation the other day, and it was like, you know what? We went through some things where I really thought we weren't gonna come out on the other side.
Yeah.
But it actually brought us to where we are now. Mm. So it's like, do you regret or not want to go through those things, or do you go through them if you know that the ending is gonna be great?
Right.
You know what I mean? So we had that conversation the other day, and we both were like, no, like, kind of ended up being worth it. So yeah, we're in a good place.
So what? I can't say tea because that's not tea. But like, what relationship advice do you have for people after experiencing the year that you've had with your man?
I don't know. I think this year, I was just talking to a friend of mine the other day. This year and this relationship have taught me so much about myself because this is the first time I've been in a relationship that was like a partnership. Mm-hmm. And so that takes the stress off of the things that could like suck your energy. Like, I don't spend time like worrying about if he's cheating on me or stuff like that, right? Mm-hmm. But because I don't spend energy on that, now it's energy into these other areas of like making sure you communicate well, making sure you give him grace, making sure you're being mature, making sure you're supporting him in all the ways that you can. There's just so many other areas that the energy goes into that I have never put energy into, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a lot of like surface level stuff. So it's like the deepest or like most intimate relationship I've been in, but it does require work and vulnerability and lots of communication and just things I just had never done before.
Okay. Now, what about long distance?
It's terrible. No, to be honest, like, it's not good in that you want to see your person, right? Mm-hmm. But we have great communication. Yeah. And I don't know if we would communicate so well if we got that familiarity real quick. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, we have to talk because it's the only way that we can connect. I can't connect with him by, holding his hand or, going to see him at work or picking this up. I can't do those types of things. Like, we have to talk. And so it is forced our hand in that way. But then it's also really beautiful because, like I said, I've never been in a relationship where like we really be talking about like everything. Yeah. And then the way that we got through the stuff we went through this year is because we talked about it. I'm used to like, oh, this happened, it's over. Yeah. Like, yeah. That's it. We're not finna talk about this and definitely not finna be mature about it. Like, what? And so I think that actually long distance will prove to be more and more common because we have access to more people now, because we do have social media, because we do have dating sites. You can get on a plane. I don't think it's a bad idea because it does cause a lot of force a lot of intentionality. Mm-hmm. It forces a lot of intentionality. So I don't think it's a bad thing. Okay. It takes a lot of maturity, like I said, because you want to see your partner.
Yeah.
And it's hard. It's hard to miss somebody and miss somebody like all the time. Like we see each other generally like every 3 to 4 weeks. So that's a long time to go without seeing somebody that you like and you care about. So it just it forces you to mature and also just not be selfish and just grow up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm glad. Well, it has been nice to see you in love and get to experience a mature relationship.
Yeah.
A love that you feel is reciprocal. It has been nice to see you do that. I mean, I be missing my friend, but I get it, honey. I get it. You remember it was the other week. I was like, wait a minute, I ain't talked to my friend. And I called you and answered the phone. And then like maybe like 2 hours later, you called me back. I said, friend, I ain't talked to you. What's going on? Like, what's wrong? She was like, I'm with my man. And I said, all right, girl, I'll talk to you. And I had completely forgotten that y'all were going to be together that weekend.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh.
But those moments are intensified because we don't see each other. Uh-huh. So then when we do, I'm definitely intentional about like not staying on the phone for a real long time, not doing that. Or I even really protect like our time on the phone when we're away, because again, that's the only way of connecting. So if we don't, then it's kind of like just that day without any kind of connection. Yeah. And so I try to like protect that time too, but it does require sacrifice. Mm-hmm. So I know that my lifestyle has shifted a lot.
Yes. Yes.
But it's like, I don't know. I feel like I'm learning in life. It's not that you can't have everything, but also everything's not going to get 100%.
Right.
So having everything doesn't look like everything having 100% of you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, yes, I can have friends and be in a relationship, but it's not 100%.
And you don't have to make it that way.
Mm-hmm.
I do like how intentional you have been about your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I really do like that. You, like you said, you make it a point to protect the time that y'all are on the phone. And when you see each other, you know, you are devoted to that time. And that's good. And especially before you've said that you hadn't really given that time to your relationship before. So that your intentionality now, it just shows.
Yeah.
And I'm really, really happy that you are putting yourself first.
Yeah, it's been difficult, that mindset shift, that lifestyle shift. So I just haven't prioritized love. Like I wanted love. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But I also did not see the need to prioritize it, because I was like, I got to do this and I got to achieve this and I got this goal and I'm going to go here and I'm going to get this degree and I wanted to get married, but I was also like back here in comparison to my goals. Yeah. Like I thought that if I go for my goals, that would just happen.
You didn't know that they could walk together and agree.
I didn't know that I had to be intentional about that too. Because I feel like you kind of like, I know so many people told me like, just go, don't pay attention to all of that stuff. Get your degrees. Take care of yourself. You're an independent woman.
Y'all will run into each other.
You'll meet the right person when it's time. So that it takes away the intentionality behind the dating and the relationship and stuff. So I was very intentional about all of my goals. And that was just like back here, like, oh, it'll happen when it happens. Not knowing like, nah, that need to be up here too.
Right.
You know?
Right. No, that's very good. That's very good. I'm glad. But again, I say, I'm very glad that you're experiencing this. It means a lot to see you happy.
Thank you, friend. Mm-hmm. Now, give us the tea.
Girl, what you want me to tell you again? I feel like I've had definitely a very interesting time this year in dating. I've been on and off a dating app, on and off. And I just be like, ugh. Every time I get on there, I'll be like, ugh, brother, ugh. Uh-huh. I don't know. It's just been very, very weird coming out of my previous relationship and then like getting to know other people. It's definitely taking intentional work to work past like different hurts or traumas or whatever the case may be. And then just putting yourself out there. Love is a risk. Mm-hmm. Love is a risk. It has a very great reward or a very hard letdown.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that I have just been, I don't even know. Mm-hmm. How do you think it's going? Because I don't know if I even have words.
How's it going for you?
Yeah.
I don't know, friend. I don't even know. Like I feel like because of the shift and everything, I know that you'll tell me things, but a lot of times it's not in real time just because we ain't talked or we haven't, or if we did talk, it was about something else, or you know what I mean? So I know that I've missed some things, or I haven't been as in the know, like in real time about, you know, what's happening with you dating wise. So
there's nothing, well, I feel like I've gotten to know gentlemen that were older. I took a dip in the older men. Mm-hmm. The older men.
Yeah.
And that was definitely something. It's definitely something. Some of them was just doing old stuff. Just like, yeah, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work at all. Like, I got sick. Salt and pepper here when it got me some Imodium. I'm like, why would you? I've never even heard of this before. You got to watch out with them older cats. They got old remedies. He was talking about, I just woke up from a slumber. What?
Not a slumber.
What, sir? Hey, man, look, jive turkey, please. I can't do this. Never mind. I give up. So I don't know. It's been very interesting. I've gotten to know guys who are younger than me or like older than me. It was never like my age. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
What have you learned this year in regards to dating and relationships?
You put your trust in a... No, you can't say that? Oh, okay. No, I have learned that it is very important to pace yourself. I know before I used to dive headfirst into relationships. I'm just, you know me, I'm a lover girl. Love a girl. Love being with my person. But no, I want to make sure that I'm not always available. And that I pace myself and I don't allow anybody else to rush me into something that I'm not ready for. Mm. So I was talking to my therapist about that. And she was like, she was happy that I ended up breaking things off with the last guy because she was like, sometimes you stay in things longer than what you need to. Mm-hmm. And she was like, the fact that I saw like the different red flags that I needed to see and I dipped out. I didn't care what he had. Because baby, he was on. Mm-hmm. He had motion, but baby, I got motion too. Mm-hmm. So it was a really big deal for me to just stand up for myself and be like, hey, this is not what I want.
I think that I have been very proud of you in your willingness to like exercise that more, because I know before we would just so disagree on like dating, and like you were the lover girl, I'm like the practical, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we would just not disagree, like argue, but we just had very different vantages of things. And I'm just like, no, friend.
Yeah.
And you were like, I don't care. Like,
I don't.
No. So it has been very good to see you just like grow in your wisdom concerning dealing with the opposite sex.
And it is something.
It is something.
It is something. I will say that I do feel like I'm getting closer to whoever my husband is going to be. I just feel like I'm going to have to get used to certain things. Like, I don't think it's strange that I took some time getting to know older men. I don't think it's strange, you know. It's a wee bit different. You know, well, older than me. I'm just saying older than me.
Yeah. And that's something I've been talking to you about. Like, friend, I think you need to go a little older. And 40, you were just like, oh. And I was dating people that were 40 when I was 30.
Yeah.
But you got to get the young 40.
Yeah.
There's a young 40. There's an old 40.
Yeah.
You need the young 40.
I was on the old 40.
Yeah. You got to get the young one. But yeah, there's just a different maturity, you know.
And it was cool. It was cool for what it was, you know. It was
not to say that all of them are mature. Not saying that at all. But the ones, you know, it's just different. It's just different.
I just definitely had some very interesting experiences. Then there was the one dude. Something was off with him anyway. He was like ready to get married 2 days after meeting him, and I was like, oh, okay, you're.
And I bless God that He found you in this phase of life. God, I thank you. Because 2 years ago, you would have been like, yeah.
Yeah, friend, I'm actually married. We got married like 2 hours ago.
I just met him 2 days ago, and that's it.
Yeah. But you know, God is true. God is faithful.
Hallelujah to the Lamb. We bless Him.
So, what do you think? Hold on. Can we talk about the fact that I have definitely switched up my dating style and my willingness to be outside and put myself out there?
Yes, you have.
Okay.
You absolutely have.
Thank you. I feel like you try to put a little twang on that, but
no. You have been outside. You have been outside.
I've been outside and I've been very active.
Yes, you have definitely been utilizing your skills. You've been putting them into practice.
Okay, thank you
a biblical
so
baddie.
much. Yeah, because I'm trying.
You are.
And I'm succeeding. Kind of.
Subjective.
Things are happening. Now, whether they're good or bad, that's to be determined.
Yeah. I think in 2025, I would love just to see. So I love that you're putting yourself out there. I love that you are like talking to men first. And I know that, part of it is not you, but I would love to see, even if it's not the actual relationship, just like more to it than just like the initial meeting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like more follow through.
Yeah. I would love to see that too, because I went on some very interesting dates this year. Very interesting dates. And
what do you feel like you still need to learn?
You heard what I said?
No.
Oh, okay.
There was no reason to answer that in any. There's just no cause for it.
What do I feel like I still need to learn? I don't know. I really don't, because I've learned how to pace myself with these last couple of guys that I got to know. Like, I was not going too fast.
But then also, friend, you were pacing yourself with men who you knew wasn't it. The challenge comes when you need to pace yourself with somebody you actually like.
You got to practice on the prototype.
You got to practice on somebody you actually like. That's when the test comes.
Okay, friend. Well,
I'm just saying that when it happens, also realize that that's a whole different pace yourself when you actually like them.
I mean, right. But at the same time, the sheer fact, whatever, man.
I'm not discounting. You did learn to pace yourself. I'm just saying, I don't want you to be surprised or caught off guard when you still need to pace yourself for somebody you do like.
Fair. That's a very fair point. Okay, cool. I mean, the communication, you know me, I'll communicate, the availability, worked on that. The willingness to put myself out there, worked on that. I don't know what else to learn. And frankly, I don't want to learn anything else. If it's not going to be on the job training,
wow,
I'm over it. No, dating is annoying sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't want to know nobody else's favorite color. I'm not about to ask you how many kids you have. If you have kids, send me a PDF doc. Like, I'm over it.
Frequently asked questions.
Yeah, like, no, I'm probably going to come up with like a PDF. I'm just going to send it like right before the first date. That way.
So you can get past this.
Yeah.
If you answer no to 5 or more of these questions, cancel the date.
Just don't even worry about it. Be good. It's no love lost at all. Like,
I think I'm still learning just like the follow through. Because I'm just so used to things ending that when things happen, I was just like, okay, it's over. So I'm still learning like the whole like make it work or, work it out because it's not going to be over type thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a mindset shift because the things that happened this year, I was like, it's over. But it's a mindset shift to be like, okay, something is happening, but it's not over. I need to figure out how to work through it because when you just end things, you don't work through them. So I just haven't learned how to do that. And it's been a process to learn how to actually like work things out with someone. I'm used to just ending it with them.
So I'm very happy with your progress in that regard. It's very funny though, like, because when cycle time come around, I'm like, friend, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not. However,
everything gets on my nerves, man. Yeah, you definitely. Yeah, I definitely have to wait until after that time and be like, okay, I am myself. This is how I actually feel.
I know one thing, when you all do get married, I definitely am looking forward to the gift that you all are giving me because I feel like I'm a staple.
Exactly.
I am a staple in, you all's relationship.
Girl.
I 100% am. You're not going to take that away from me.
Girl.
Okay. All right. When you listen to this episode, you remember what I said.
Yeah. No, it's been I don't know. Everything has just been different this year, but just quickly getting into personal, like, because of my job and like traveling for work, I feel like a lot of things shifted as far as like my connectivity and just having like a firm like foundation, you know what I mean? So I think that was also the cause of some of the shifts in my life, like relationship wise and friendship wise and different things. It's just my time was just so different. And then also I was working really hard at work because I wanted to get promoted, and I did, praise the Lord. But I was putting in a lot, and still are, because I'm just like very kind of career focused right now. But again, all of those things caused everything else to shift in my life. And so whether that was like friendships or family or all of that, I feel like felt a different Nia this year.
I feel like you've become more of Nia this year. I feel like you have put yourself first.
Yes,
and
I've
so
definitely
love
focused
that.
more on Nia this year.
I so love that because you're so deserving.
Yeah. I have focused more on what like I want, and not so much, not saying I didn't consider other people, but not so much consideration, because I know that I've been guilty of too much consideration to the point of not doing things or doing things just because of other people and not just genuinely because that's what I want or don't want to do. You know, just taking the short end of the stick, taking one for the team or whatever, because I'm considering everybody else. So I did make it a point to do more things or not do things for Nia.
That's good. That's good. I feel like you definitely became more of yourself, and you've definitely grown as a woman. You're not the same Nia that walked into 2024.
For sure. Oh, yeah. This year definitely changed me in a lot of ways. All the circumstances, whether it was friends, family, relationship, podcasts, I have definitely changed as a person.
I think that you become stronger.
Yeah, the things you have to go through to become stronger, though, is the problem that I, have. But yeah, lots of tough moments in 2024. That's why I was like, I think I said it on the Patreon episode, like an even kill year, I'd be like, okay, great.
If I could just coast for a year, that would be great.
Be wonderful. That would be great.
Let's see, this year for me, I feel like this year has been just a year of like realization for me, and I would say growth. I definitely don't feel like I'm the same person that I was in January.
That's good.
Like, I do not feel
in a good way, right?
Yeah, okay. In a good way. I've also noticed that I'm not as needy. I'm not as needy. Like, no, I'll be by myself. I do by myself. Like, I'm not as dependent upon other people. I've really come to a place where it's like, no, I want ShaMarian's company.
That's good. That's great.
Like, I really be chilling.
Yeah. Because it's great. I love that you're a people person, but sometimes people can like fill space.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And sometimes you do need to not fill the space.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
So I definitely feel like in the latter part of this year, I've done that, and it has been really good for me.
That's good.
To just really stick with myself and be with myself. I have had a good time with me.
That's good.
But that's because I'm a good time.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that you do spend more time on your own and you do more things on your own. And when we first met, you were absolutely not.
Yeah, no, because I was tired of doing things alone. But this is a different me doing things alone as well.
It does grow tiresome doing things on your own, but you definitely do have to have the capacity to do it, though.
Right. And now I do.
You sure do. So proud of you. You go, girl.
Going into 2025, I want to encourage you, Niadanielle.
Oh, Lordy.
I'm gonna look at you.
Don't look at me. We'll talk to the hand.
I want to encourage you to continuously put yourself first, because with the leading of the Holy Spirit and you being the intelligent woman that you are, you're an excellent problem solver. You are a critical thinker. You are someone who knows how to get the job done. I want you to put yourself first even the more. And I know that sometimes the aftermath of putting yourself before somebody else, I know sometimes that isn't always something that we want to deal with.
Yeah.
But what you have been able to create this year for yourself because you focused on yourself, I'm very proud of you. And I want an even greater scale of that in 2025. I want you to thrive, and I want all of 2024 to make sense in 2025. I really want that for you.
Well, ShaMarian. You know what I want for you? No, let's see. I'm very proud of the work that you did in 2024. I have seen growth and change in you. I really have, and I'm very proud of you in a lot of different ways. For 2025, I want you to lean in.
Okay.
I want you to lean in. I think that you have a floating idea of what needs to be done. You have a floating idea of what you want to do. You have a floating idea of what you want life to look like. So now it's time to lean into those things.
To execute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I do plan on doing that. Just had to get over me first.
Fair. Fair. But yeah, just lean in. And it's okay to lean into challenging things too.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, no, I'll definitely take that.
What you want is on the other side of that.
I'll take that. I want you all to walk away being encouraged this year, knowing that we made it to the end of the year. Not only did we make it, but we survived it, and we're going to thrive in it.
Mm-hmm.
And New Year is around the corner. And, we're going to be taking a small break.
Very small.
Small break. Just let us take a couple naps, please.
Hello, somebody.
We're going to take a very small break. But in this time, I want you to know that we are proud of you all for getting to this point in the year, because I know that there were many times that some people did not think that they would make it to this particular point of the year. And whether that be... You know what I'm saying. You can read between the lines. Mm-hmm. Sometimes life gets to you. But the fact that you have made it, we are so happy that you have seen the end of this year in spite of everything that happened. But just know that we love you all so much. We are appreciative of you all. And we want the best for y'all. And in the same way that God is shifting and molding us, we know that he's doing the same for you all. And we pray nothing but the best come in 2025 for you, and that be a year that is a catalyst for you to truly walk in purpose and to get what you desire out of life.
Amen. I love that. Yeah. Ditto.
You piggyback, you echo that sentiment.
For sure. I definitely want to reiterate that we want the best for y'all.
Yeah.
The things that we have talked about this season is for that reason.
Yeah.
Because we knew, and we're always very intentional about the things that we talk about, and it's not by happenstance, even just allowing the Holy Spirit to work, because sometimes we start out with a topic and then end up talking about something else, and It's all Holy Spirit. But we want the best for y'all, and that's why we choose to get on the platform and be vulnerable and transparent and put ourselves out there and tell our own stories, because we don't want you to go through the things we went through, and we want you to have the best in life and to not have to have the stumbling blocks and the disappointments. And we know that they're going to happen. Life is life. But any way that we can help, our young ladies or even our fellow aunties, we definitely want to do that. So if no one else in your life has your best interest, know that your TTs absolutely do.
Yeah. And if you join not our email list, if you all have anything, our DMs are open. They are. Now give us a second to get back with you.
A whole lot of seconds.
Give us a little minute to get back with you, but just know that we love you. And if you have something that you want to say to us, our doors are open. But if we don't see you, just know we love you.
Yes, and we're going to see y'all when we cross over
to the other side of 2025.
2025.
Yeah.
Not to glory.
Hello?
Well, we see you there too, but not right now.
This has been the last episode of season 5 of Your Favorite Aunties Podcast. Bye.